All right, my friends, I had a guy email me today saying he had a guy. He's getting ready to retire. He doesn't know much. He's got about $350,000 in an IRA 401k, I should say. And he said he's talked to a financial advisor who's telling him he could get 8% as an income annuity, 8% a year income off his portfolio. And his question was, should he drop $250,000 into that? Again, I don't know what it is. He just said to that investment to get 8%, which I think the guy says is going to be $22,000 a year for the rest of his life. Folks, you're not getting 8% on any. You're not. We're not. There's nothing out there that's paying you 8% a year. Guaranteed for the rest of your life. It's not. The idea that is out there. I have no clue what this product is. I did a video just 2 or 3 days ago about the 7% distribution yield, and I said how that right there is silly. The idea that you're going to get 8% a year as an income stream guaranteed for life, it simply is not true. There's no other way around that. So obviously, this guy misunderstood what the sales guy said, or obviously the sales guy doesn't know what his products are, which is probably where I'm leading this. And obviously the sales guy misrepresented what the sales product is. One of those three things. The consumer misunderstood, the sales guy misrepresented it, or the sales guy didn't understand the own product. I'm predicting as part of number 3, the sales guy didn't know what the product was because I've seen it happen a million times a Sunday. But guess whose liability that falls on? It falls on you, the consumer. Now, a good sales guy would say, when you walk out of the office on something as complex as a guaranteed income stream, which is irrevocable and you can't outlive, a good sales guy would say, hey, do you feel pretty comfortable about that? And you say, yes. And the good sales guy would say, well, tell me a little bit about how this works. That way you can repeat back to him your understanding of said product. That way, if your understanding is off base, the sales guy can correct you. The last thing the financial advisor industry needs is more people, clients, walking out and being felt like they're being misled after they place a product. Now, people say, oh, you can sue, you can go to FINRA if he's licensed investment advisor. On the insurance side, it's the NAIC, the National Association of Insurance Commissioners. I don't even know how you get rectified on insurance product. I just don't know. I guess you go through the state of Georgia, wherever this guy's from, and I don't know how that works. But I'm just telling you right now, that's still not a good thing. So let's just say this is an investment product this guy's talking about that you can get 8% guaranteed income for the rest of your life, and it turns out to be fake. 5 years to go down the road, and you're like, man, I'm suing this guy because I want my money back because he lied to me. All right, so let's just say even if the consumer wins, and the consumer doesn't win very often because the investment industry staffs the arbitration panels of these firms. All right, and so FINRA, the financial something industry regulatory agency. I'm not even sure what the FIN stands for anymore. I've been out of this business for so long. Man, I love not having. FINRA is the regulatory agency. It's an SRO, the self-regulatory organization for financial advisors who are licensed, who are selling investments. FINRA is the people who you go through arbitration, and FINRA says, hey, we're going to have a panel of arbiters, I guess, and the arbiters are generally from the business. And let's just put it this way, you're not likely to win as a client. What will typically happen is the brokerage firm will just pay you a couple $1,000 to get you off their back, and it'll be settled, or if they take it to arbitration, you're probably going to lose because it's stacked against it. There's just no two ways around that. So, but even if he won, even if this guy won, I mean, he's not going to go back to another financial advisor and say, hey, I trust you now because while the last guy was untrustworthy, I think you're the right guy because you smile nicely. It's just bad for everybody. So, all right, let me just tell you something, my friends. This is, March 19th, 2019. If anyone tells you you can get more than 5.5% guaranteed income from any product for the rest of your life, starting today, that person is just, unless you're 90 years old, that person is simply telling you incorrectly. You are not getting that kind of income. How do I know that? because insurance companies issue these things called single premium immediate annuities or single premium income annuities, SPIAs. And annuities, SPIAs, are what the insurance company is obligated to provide to you as an income stream for the rest of your life, either for your joint life between you and your surviving spouse or just you. Either way. SPIAs right now pay about 4.5% for a joint life annuity between you and. So Charlotte and me, we're 65 years old, and I want to cover her in case I die sooner, which I certainly will. Then we'll get about a 4.5% payout rate. All right, so if we put $100,000 in there, we'll get about $4,500 a year. Maybe 5% at 65. I think maybe 4.5 at 60 years old. But anyway, 4.5 is the least you'll probably get. 5.5 is probably around the most you're going to get as you start getting into your 80s. If you get a little bit higher than 80s, you could be looking at 8%. This guy, I think he said he was 64, I believe, and his wife, or maybe 67, his wife was 60, if I recall correctly. You're not getting 8%. It's not happening because the insurance companies actually, how it works with these income annuities is you are subsidizing the people who die late. If you die early, you're subsidizing the people late. There's something called a mortality credit. And you're not going to get that mortality credit in an investment account. You're only going to get a mortality credit in an annuity product. So the insurance company isn't really on the hook for it like an investment product is, because the insurance company says, hey, sorry, Joe, you died. Your money isn't going back to Jane, your kids. Your money's going to go to Bob and Sue over there, because that's called a mortality credit. Only insurers offer that, which means it's less risky to the insurance company because of the mortality credits. So because of that, they're only paying, again, we'll say 5.5% on average. Again, we'll say 4.5 to 6, but roughly 5.5% for joint survivor life annuities. And if that's all they're doing, then who's going to be offering you 8%? Nobody. I mean, they can offer it to you all day long, but you're not getting it without any risk, and there's significant risk, and certainly not guaranteed, because insurers are only giving you that 5.5%. I hope that makes sense. It's a big, big, big deal. You're not getting 8%. You're not getting 7%. It's not happening. Insurance companies aren't offering that. Insurance companies have less risk in which to offer it. There's no product out there that's doing that. So I hope this makes sense. Run, as I told that guy, run, 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 run. Do not listen to that. 8% guaranteed income for the rest of your life is simply not happening. We'll see you next time.